Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet. If you probably notice, we don't look exactly the same. For those who are watching right now on Twitch, and also on YouTube, we are Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller. Not to be confused with the other Arthur, who is the head of the dance studio, Arthur Murray. Anyway, so tonight we're going to go ahead and review the Blonde movie on Netflix and also answer calls. For those on podcasts, you're probably trying to figure out what the fuck's going on right now. But we are an unlicensed sex therapist couples. We don't really provide a practice, but people who call in, we go ahead and give some type of advice to those callers. And I will not talk like this for the full show, just this little bit right now. Please check out our pictures also on the YouTube and the Twitch, because Diane looks great. She looks like Marilyn Monroe, and I kind of look like an old douchebag professor. Anyway, so I have a pipe, and I got my book right here. There it is. And we're going to go ahead and be joined by our producer tonight. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm doing well. How are you, Chet and Diane?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and not talk like that anymore. But yes, we are doing great. Sorry, that went a little too long. A lot like the movie that we're going to discuss. Hey-yo! Anyways.
I boycotted that movie because I don't believe Marilyn Monroe ever existed.
One of those conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
So why is that?
Look
Why
at
don't
all
you
the
believe?
Photos, they're doctored.
Well, that's all.
If you were standing on top of a vent like that, your dress wouldn't blow up at that angle. That's all I'm saying.
What about all the movies? She was in a lot of movies.
The different actress every time that they called Marilyn Monroe.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Think about the story. This messy woman, extremely messy woman, her personal life at home making a mess, and yet she's married to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller and has an affair with John F. Kennedy. No, too fanciful.
Well, I believe it, but don't believe the movie. All right. Anyways, enough tinfoil hats and believing that the Earth is flat. We're gonna move on. But I feel like Larry King alive right now. We're moving on to our guest sex expert specialist, Richard Colby. How you doing tonight, Dick?
I'm doing pretty good. Having to take a cough drop, developed a cough. Other than
sorry.
that, I'm aces.
Wait, what about aces?
Aces. I'm aces.
I am aces. Have you heard that phrase?
No. What does that mean?
We must have.
Under
it means
the
I'm
weather?
doing good. We're aces.
Oh, you're good.
Good.
That's what I thought. I don't know. I thought it was some special term for being sick. I'm aces now.
I must have picked it up when going back to UCLA. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's what all the kids are saying. I'm a one-eyed jacked.
Well, a lot of times the kids say to me, "What?
What? Oh, because you're old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning to bridge the gap, find a way, a path for our minds to meet.
Come right together there. So we'll go ahead and chat about this Blonde. So when Diane and we saw all the hype for it. Like, oh, it's going to be NC-17. We're like, oh, man.
All right.
We're going to see some hot sex from Ana de Armas. It's going to be great. And I really don't know why it was NC-17. There's a lot of boobs. You see a lot of Ana de Armas's boobs. You see her butt once. There's no penis. There's no bush. No vagina.
There's an
vulva.
elaborate blowjob scene.
Yeah, there is a scene where she gives a blowjob, but it's just her hand, and that's it. You don't see any penis. It's pretty lifelike. And then there is one sex scene where like she has sex like 3 times, but you don't see anything. Like it's just her on a bed just moving up and down, moving back and forth. So I don't know. It didn't seem like it should have got NC-17, but I think it was all the combination of stuff. They talk a lot about abortion, and it's like there is a point of view shot. I did read this. It said a point of view shot of her vagina, and I thought it was like somebody looking at her vulva, but it's actually like there's a camera inside of her vagina when she. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but she does get an abortion. And so it's during that scene. They talk about abortion a whole lot in this. So I think it's a combination of all the drinking, the blowjob, all the boobs, and all the abortion talk that I think it just got to the NC-17. But
You're saying that despite not seeing Anna de Armas have sex enough, you still got turned on. That's what you're saying?
No, we really didn't. It was
No.
when you think of a NC-17 movie, you're just like, oh, well, this is gonna be hot. It's gonna be like softcore porn.
No.
Nope, not at
with the
all.
way the story was written.
No, I mean I've seen other NC-17 movies, which is a weird rating that you don't see very much. But like E2 Mama Tambien.
How do you say that 10 times?
E2 Mama Tambien. It's a Spanish movie. It was made in Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
But that one was NC-17. But I mean, you saw cum. It was really lifelike sex scenes. It wasn't movie sex where they're like, it was like you see the guy like grabbing his penis and like you don't see a vagina, you don't see penetration, but it's just like it's very realistic. I was like, they did a good job of actually depicting sex in this movie. Not at all for Blonde. They didn't really show much of that at all. But it was a little depressing, and it was also there was a lot of they could have cut like 45 minutes to an hour out of the movie, and you'd still see. You still would have got the point across. It was a very thin type of plot point that really didn't. I mean, it didn't really push the movie forward. I don't know. It seemed like they were trying too hard to make it artistic and without giving context to the reason why it was artistic. So they would go back and forth between black and white and color, and there was no context between of that. So, like, I was trying to figure out, because Norma Jean was Marilyn Monroe's real name, and so Marilyn Monroe was actually a character that she did, and I thought maybe that the black and white was in the color was, trying to differentiate from when she felt like she was in character or when she was Norma Jean, but that's not it. I was like, maybe it was black and white was like when her life was kind of shitty and when it was good, and that wasn't it. It was just, they were trying too hard to be artsy, and it just didn't exactly go anywhere. Diane, what do you think?
Yeah, just the same. It's like you think it's gonna be artistic, and it's not.
Yeah,
It's way long, bored. He was watching a game too.
I was watching a baseball game at the same time, and I really didn't miss much on the movie there. So, I mean, the whole thing was shot in a 4:3, which I thought was a good, clever technique instead of 16:9 or the I forget the ratio of the actual movie. It's like 21:7 or whatever, or 8. I can't remember, but so it was all 4:3 like the old movie format that they used to film in, and also the old TV format. But besides that, it was just it was
slow.
Yeah, and
good acting though.
Yeah, Anna de Armas, she did a great job. It felt like she was actually Marilyn Monroe. I felt I would nominate her for Best Actress. I thought she did a fantastic job, but it was just slow, and it could have done more. I don't know. It was like a biopic, but it wasn't. It was a fictionalized biopic. So sorry, I always say biopic. That's how I think it should be said, but it's biopic. But it's like a fictionalized biopic. So there's a lot of stuff that they put in the movie that was actually in the book.
The novel that
didn't happen. Yeah. So, but it seems like, I don't know. Well, you said you watched it there, Dick?
I watched 15 minutes of it and then I turned it off.
Oh, it was that bad.
I don't like watching historical fiction movies anyway. And I had just seen a play that was 7 hours long the prior weekend. And then this movie was 2 hours, 45 minutes. And it was like it started right out of the gate with some cheese ass dialogue between Norma Jean and her mom, and I was like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
so done. And this overly dramatic scene of them driving up to Laurel Canyon in the middle of a fire and the cops
Oh.
not. I'm like, really? Did that really? I don't even care if that really happened or didn't really happen. I don't know why I'm watching this stupid
Yeah.
scene.
Well, I don't know why
I'm
that.
so
Yeah.
full of people putting in stuff that I don't need to witness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What play did you go see? The Kentucky Cycle?
No, I don't even know that. That
Oh,
isn't.
it's two plays that totals to like 8 hours long. But anyway,
Well, this was two parts of one play. It's called The
Oh.
Inheritance.
uh,
It's all gay all day. It's all gay acting, all gay story,
huh.
all gay audience apparently.
Mm.
Wow,
Uh, yeah, but
Was
it's
it?
2 3.5 hour parts.
Oh wow.
wow.
Was it good though, or not good?
The best way to put it is
Mm-hmm.
the content is important. It was well acted. Uh, the story has impact.
Hmm.
It crosses into a lot of areas without without remorse. Like it goes for it.
Yeah.
But somewhere in the third act of the second day, this woman, the only female character in the play, is telling this long story about her son dying of AIDS. And I had to stop myself from standing up in the middle of the theater and screaming, for fuck's sake, is this thing ever going to end?
Good God. I think I would have said that about Blonde if I wasn't watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you seen, or you have any desire to see the, what is that movie, Bro? Is it just, I think it's just called
Rose.
Bros. Yeah. Have you any desire to see that movie?
I might. I've had some friends who said it was funny.
It looks funny. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I might go see it. I wasn't really thinking I needed to, and then I started reading. It didn't do well, and I started reading. Billy Eichner apparently said straight people don't want to support it, or
Mhm.
something. I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I would support it, but like I always say, I would do this, but no, we just don't see movies much anymore. Like we just don't go out to the theater
Mm-mm.
like we should to help out actors and whatnot. But it's just I don't know. Things are different now with COVID. So, or well, now that it's over. But I mean, after we got sick, but yeah, it's like no, man, I don't really want to be around other people right now that I don't need to be around. So it's
Yeah.
like you kind of like I have my quota of people that I have to see right now, and
Well, I've had another. I still have a sore throat.
yeah, it's like that long COVID does not
Yeah.
go. It doesn't. Yeah, it sticks around for a little while. So, but Wells, I know you're anti Marilyn, but any desire to see that movie, Blonde, on Netflix?
Well, since you sold it to me so much,
Jeez.
yeah, I'm sure I'll watch it as soon as we're off the Zoom call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. When we're done with
I
the
think if you
podcast.
I
watch
don't.
it while attending the inheritance and then streaming Bros on your phone, then you'll be happy.
Yeah. So, Wells, have you seen any
Mm.
NC-17 movies?
No, actually, I don't think
You
I
haven't?
have.
Well, you've seen porn, right? Or I guess
Jeez.
NC-17 is a
Sure.
little different.
different.
But
Sure, I've seen pornography.
okay. But I mean,
Um,
it's
I-
weird. NC-17 is like this weird like subcategory that it's like there's still restrictions to it. You can't see like penetration.
yes. I think wasn't Natural Born Killers NC-17.
I thought it was just R. Maybe there was an NC-17 cut that was out there that, but I don't even remember any sex scenes in that.
I didn't
I
see
saw
it.
that when
I
I
just-
was in high school in the
You can be
theaters.
violent you can get ratings like that for
Mhm.
violence.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So maybe that's the reason why Blonde was set to that. So,
Because the original Scream was going to get an NC-17.
oh really? Just because of all the death?
The violence.
If you recall in the original Scream, when after Drew Barrymore dies, sorry to ruin for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
No, not the original
Man,
Scream.
There's a
spoiler.
camera move that zooms in on her body hanging from a tree.
Mhm.
And that camera move is really weird because they cut out every other frame in order to cut the time down to avoid the NC-17 rating.
Oh, so you just couldn't show her for too long?
yeah, they decided that was beyond the pale in a movie about a serial killer.
Oh, weird. That's interesting. Now I feel
Now,
like on TV, like Game of Thrones and like the Enter the Dragon, like that was way more
you
shows.
mean House of Dragon?
Enter the Dragon was Bruce Lee. That one is
X
really, really graphic.
NC-17.
Yes.
Put it
Yeah,
away, Bruce.
yeah. Bruce Lee just fucking every girl that comes onto screen. It's like, good God, put it away. But no, yeah, sorry, House of Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie. I mean, not movie. Good God, what's going on with me? Those shows are more graphic than Blonde was.
Yeah,
like
those are
both
very
with
graphic.
violence and with sex stuff, and yet it's just TVMA. But as soon as it made it to a movie, it gets put from R to NC-17. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So. Yeah, well, I feel like it might be that time where we get to a caller, but I think we might have one coming in here soon. I feel it in my bones. I'll just do Arthur Miller for a little bit longer here because everybody seems to love that voice. Or it's Larry King live. I don't know. I feel like Larry King should have a pipe. I don't have any suspenders on. Take it to our next caller. Wells, who do we have calling in?
We have Janet.
Okay.
She's having an affair with her grandson's best friend and needs advice.
Got it. Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet or Arthur Miller
And I'm Diane.
or Marilyn Monroe. Is this Janet?
Yeah, this is Janet. Hi, how are you?
We're great. Sorry, I'm not going to talk like that anymore. We have like a blonde Marilyn Monroe, Arthur Miller themed show going on right now. But hi, Janet. How can we help you?
Sure. So I'm calling. I got kind of an unusual topic. Basically, I am having a relationship with my grandson's best friend, Javier.
Oh, Javier. That's a good name.
Yes. Oh, let me tell you, before Javier, I was dry as the Mojave. Now I say all I want is Mojavier.
Oh,
Huh?
oh yeah.
Oh.
That's a clever term. You should put that on a license plate holder or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I'm being patronized.
No,
Anyway.
I'm not trying to patronize you. I'm just saying it's a fun.
I think
fun
you were trying to
saying.
patronize her just
Oh,
a little
God.
bit.
Oh,
Damn it!
wow,
I'm
we
so
got
sorry.
off on the wrong.
I'm stuck
sorry.
in
We got
Arthur
off on
Miller character. He was very patronizing,
Condescending.
Is just like, you don't know shit about playwrights. Blah blah blah. But anyway, sorry there, Janet. It's hard to.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I
yeah, it's hard-
drink too sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I drink every show. So Javier, he is, I guess he really makes your motor going, right?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, Javier makes now, of course, my grandson he's really upset about the whole thing, but I don't really care what that peckerhead has to, say about it. The problem is that, Javier, he can't keep up with me.
Oh, really? Well, how old is Javier?
Sexually.
Can I ask that? Because I hope he's over 18.
Of course,
Hopefully.
I'm assuming
he
he's
is.
over 18. Okay.
How dare you? My
I don't know.
ex-husband was a police officer,
You seem
and
very
I followed the
young,
law.
so I figured that, I don't
Oh,
know.
well, thank you. I am
Yeah.
74 years young.
Okay.
That's what I tell the girls at the casino, and they laugh, and
Oh.
I'm kind of known as a cut-up there.
Cut up. So you're
Anyway,
older than 74. Is that what you're trying to insinuate?
No, I say I'm 74 years young instead of old.
I thought you
You
meant
see, that's
like
the
they
joke.
laugh at you
Sorry,
because that's not your real age. No?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Arthur Miller would be a little upset with you right now. You seem a little slow on the flow.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry about that. You
No,
are
it's
quite the
okay.
cut up there, Janet.
How old is he?
But
How old
he
is
is 19. He is 19 years young.
Good,
Okay.
he's legal.
So there is a bit of an age difference,
Yeah,
and
quite a bit.
I think ever since I went on hormone replacement therapy back in when I started with the change, it just blew my vagina into the stratosphere.
Wow.
And I have been insatiable. And in my own age, it's like Viagra. No, I'm Niagara.
Whoa. A lot of.
So anyway, the problem is that the young man, he just doesn't satisfy me anymore. I'm not really sure what to do. He comes home from the Arco. He's been pumping gas all day, and then he doesn't want to pump me.
Wait, so you live in Oregon?
Arco.
And I'm just saying, I heard Arco, but there's only like 2 states
That
in our
still
union
pump
that
gas.
still have somebody that pumps the
Yeah.
gas, and it's like Oregon and I think like New Jersey or something. Wells, you want to look that up real quick?
Look, not every joke's going to be perfect, okay?
Got it. Okay,
I'm
so-
trying out here.
So
I'm an amateur.
You know, Javi, he's 19. He's still, I feel that he's sexually inexperienced, even though if you're young and you still have a whole lot of sex as a young person, you're still not in tune with satisfying your partner. Or, I mean, young men, 18, 19, 20 through, I think 20, maybe 24, 25, it's hard to really control your orgasms and your ejaculate. It seems like you, as a young man, you have a huge sex drive, but it's biological. You're just there just to procreate, and it's a whole lot of comment.
Excuse me. Are you hitting on me?
Oh no! What? I have a beautiful.
I don't know. Every time a man starts talking to me about their semen and whatnot, next thing I know, I end up at the Motel 6, sometimes with 6.
You said he can't keep up with you. You're saying he can't have enough sex with you?
Exactly. It's like he's tired. My thought is, and follow me here, guys, my grandson has a lot of friends. So I figure maybe I'll just dive into the pool, right, so to speak, find another young gentleman and juggle the two. And if those two want to, double team, triple team, I don't care. But my thought is that there are quite a few young men. In fact, my grandson is going to a summer camp where there's a lot of he's going to be a counselor. And I was thinking maybe I could sneak on and find one of his counselor friends. Or I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you want to find the counselor friend because you believe that the counselor friend would be more sexually experienced? Or is
No. I just figure the more 19-year-olds I add to my repertoire, the more I will be. Yeah.
I think
I'll get a little bit of the
hormones.
The Jamba juice,
Ah, I get it. So
have you tried like a 30-year-old? Might satisfy you a little bit better.
Just have bring it up a decade. No, it has to be the young.
30-year-olds. I might as well get him a cane. I like them young, dumb, and full of cum.
Oh. Whoa! All right. Yeah.
I like to be able to mold them. Mold
Wells
them.
Is young.
Not 18.
Yeah, Wells isn't 18, but he's what? You're 30, right? 32.
Ooh.
Yeah, 33.
32.
Oh, geez, Marilyn.
Oh my God! The only thing that's coming out of there is dust.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
By the time you're 32, you know what I'm saying?
No, still got plenty of cum.
Yeah. It comes probably 2-3 times a day.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, who has the time for that? But
I don't know. Well, I was assuming when I was in my 30s, that was what was going on. I'd still like 2-3 times a day.
Now?
Yeah. I'm 40 and we have sex quite a bit. So
I want to know how you got Javier to want to. It's pretty uncommon to have a 19-year-old want to have sex with a 74-year-old, and you managed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're making these assumptions that you can just dive into his friend pool and they would all do it too. So how do you make this happen?
I have a 4-pronged approach.
Okay.
All right.
First
prong. Yeah. First prong, boobies. I got them. And
Nice.
yes, now
boobies.
they ain't real. They're actually younger than Javier.
Hey, zing.
All right. So
Shut
you
up.
got the boobies. Then I ply them with liquor.
Mm.
Then I slip a little something, a little Mickey into their drink.
No,
Bing, bang,
not
boom.
okay.
Take a few pictures. It's
Not
called,
okay.
I'll tell your mom and all your friends you did it with me, Janet.
Nope, not okay.
And that is my approach.
That it is
Not consensual.
non-consensual
there.
and also
Not
blackmail.
consensual.
It's also only
Oh,
3.
well, if it works
It is
for
only
the
3,
American
not 4.
icon, if it works for American icon, Mr. Bill Cosby, it's good enough for Janet.
We do
Well,
not
the
approve
fourth
of that.
prong is go to jail. That's the
Yeah,
fourth
yeah.
step.
He did go to jail, but somehow got off on a fluke. So I still
I'll
don't
tell you what else
understand
is a
that, but-
fluke.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Go on. Say what you're
Uh,
going to say.
Oh, I wasn't going to say. I
God
was going
damn
to
it.
ask Wells how the hell Cosby got out of his jail sentence. I totally forget. It was like a miss.
Oh, I know how.
It's no biggie deal. You know what I mean?
I would have been more satisfied if he said that in a Bill Cosby accent, but we're not going to do it.
His lawyer reneged.
Jello.
There you go.
That's how
Go-
he got out. He
go
was
ahead,
given
Dick.
an agreement, and then they reneged on the agreement years and years later. That's how he got out.
Yeah, non-prosecution agreement with the previous prosecutor.
Yeah, that's
And let
messed
me
up.
tell you, when your ex-husband has been a cop, there's been many agreements made.
Yeah.
If you catch a madrid.
Well, you did say, I mean, I just want to give you some advice because you'd said, hey, my husband was a cop. I like to follow the law. So the person's 19.
Mhm.
And then you said 2 things that aren't following the law.
Not at all.
I think.
I mean, that's a technicality.
I don't know about
All law
that.
is technicality.
Yeah, that's the whole point of laws is that you can't do certain things or else you'll serve the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Don't you ever hear about how someone got off on a technicality? I get off on all of them.
oh, zing! That's the old cut up Janet. But sorry. Oh, are you okay, Janet? Janet. Janet.
Sorry. I
call
got
the-
emphysema.
Oh,
I got emphysema.
from all the
Yeah.
smoking. Okay.
Oh,
Well.
it's from being at the casino.
Go ahead, Diane.
We recommend you stop roofing people.
Yeah, just
Number 1.
Just do, you know what? Just say that you really like young men. You seem very attractive. You said your breasts are very plump and young. So
Yeah.
I would
Again, I'm
suggest.
thinking you're hitting on me.
I am not.
I'm picking up a
not
vibe.
hitting on you. Diane and I are both very fluid and open, but we don't. Everything we discuss is like. Every partner that we have together, so we're okay with each other. If with us saying things like I'm okay with her saying that she's attracted to certain men and whatnot, and also women, but I can say things about other women sort of situations. So anyway, I was trying to say that you sound attractive, and so I feel that all you need to do is just say, a lot of young men, they're exploring their sexuality. They're trying to figure out who to have sex with. They're horny. All you have to say is, hey, I'm an older woman. I can blow your world. I've got some great breasts, and then I'm sure you can bring home quite a few different men there. So,
Well, that's not as fun, to be honest.
I highly
kind of my
suggest
thing.
not getting them intoxicated and dropping a Mickey in the drink there, because that is called rape. Yeah.
You know what? You really know how to bring down a Janet.
I'm sorry about that, Janet. I feel like I'm slipping into my Arthur Miller character now. Maybe you're not attracted to that. Anyways, we hope that we steered you in the right direction. I really feel that you should be able to
Well, let me ask you a question. I got a young man in my bed right now, half asleep.
Yeah. Well, is he asleep because he consensually fell asleep, or did something happen to him to make him fall asleep?
I'll never tell.
Oh, you'll probably tell in front of a jury if that happens to be the case. You should get on a nebulizer. You can. Oh God, your Medicare or Medicaid can get you a nebulizer. All right. Janet, thank you so much.
Bye now.
Please stay safe, sane, and consensual. The consensual part's the most important, and I think she's gone. Okay.
It's for the best.
Yeah. Wow, that was...
We don't endorse rape or roofies.
No, not at all. But hopefully we got her to a point where she understands that that is not okay. So, yeah, I don't think we've had something like that on the show.
No, not at all.
Usually we follow up with like, hey, has this ever happened to you? But I don't even want to go there. I don't feel this is something that...
No, I think that we should... maybe donate her phone number to the authorities.
Exactly. Well, you're usually the one who goes ahead and like
does the follow up.
Yeah, the follow up with it. How do you feel about this, Wells?
Well, we'll definitely be following up and seeing if she's done anything else illegal.
Yeah.
Because that's not okay.
No.
They just featured similar behavior on the new Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix.
Oh, we want to see that.
We were like, hey, should we watch Blonde or should we watch the Dahmer show? And then literally, after we were done watching Blonde, Diane was like, we got to clear our minds of that garbage. Let's watch Dahmer. And I'm like, nah, I don't know
It's a
if
great
that'll
show.
clear. Is it? Okay.
It's a hard watch, but it's very well done.
It looks amazing. I was a little set off by in the previews when it was like, oh, here's a sandwich, and the lady was like, I know what that is, and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up. Anyways, do we have another caller coming in there?
We do. Looks like Ray. He's with a new bisexual relationship, and he's not sure they want to be monogamous.
Oh, hello.
Is this Ray?
You're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane, or Marilyn and Monroe and Arthur Miller. Arthur Miller.
How you doing, Ray?
Oh, we're doing great.
How you doing?
We're doing so. Ooh, you got a sexy voice.
Okay.
You got a sexy voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. I haven't heard that in a little bit.
Well, I don't know. If I had a set of lady parts, I think I would get a little wet right now from that voice. Well, I don't know. What do you feel, Diane? No?
I think that's an inappropriate question.
It is very inappropriate. But
your Arthur Miller character is a jackass.
He's huge jackass. I don't know. I just had this pipe in my hand and these glasses on, and I'm just constantly...
So what's your question?
What's going on there?
Well, all right. Well, if I could just get a little bit serious here for a second. I got kind of I'm a little confused, I guess. You see, I am divorced, and I just recently started a new relationship, and this lady I'm seeing right now, she kind of threw me a curveball. We're kind of been dating a little while, and she just let me know that she is bisexual.
Not a problem.
Diane's bisexual. This is what happens. What's going on, man?
Well, good. Maybe we can iron some things. She has tried to reassure me that she does not intend to see other people or cheat on me or anything like that. That she's a monogamous girl, and but I'm just wondering if she's bisexual. What does that mean for me and her? Because we are not we are a heterosexual couple when we're a couple, But if she's a bisexual person, does that mean
just
what's
means-
going on?
Can I chime in on this?
Well, hold on. Let's listen to Diane because she's bisexual first, and then yeah, she was about to say something. Go
You
ahead,
could
Diane.
still be in a heterosexual relationship and still be bisexual. It just means you're choosing to be with that person, but you find the same sex attractive and the opposite sex attractive. It's not like you're gonna screw everything in sight. That's not what a bisexual means.
Exactly. I mean, you're not.
Well, I mean, am I gonna come home one night and she's gonna be like, let's go out and get us a girl, or
Would you have a
I'd
problem
probably
with
say
that?
Yeah, well,
Good question.
there's a couple of different things that we're talking about here. So one of them is that like, cheating is cheating. It doesn't matter if it's a female or a male. Like it doesn't matter. Like, oh, if she comes home and it's a male, like and she's sleeping with another male, then that's cheating. But if she's sleeping with a female, then that's okay. Like cheating's
Still cheating
It's
unless
still cheating.
it's consensual.
Unless you talk about it and say, hey, you know what? If you want to pick up a female and come back to our place, and you want to introduce us to me, and we all want to have sex, then I mean that's what Diane does, and I'm okay with it. It's just all about a communication, trying to say, hey, these are our boundaries and this is what I'm okay with, and just following through and talking and really discussing all these things. Like cheating's cheating. It's all about being open, and if you break that trust, if you say if you go beyond things that you agree on, then that's cheating. So Richard, I'm sorry to cut you off, but what did you want to say about this?
Well, I think that this concern falls into the bad logic people use about the lottery. Yeah. So like if you were to have a friend and the two of you buy a lottery ticket and then you say, hey, we're going to go if either of us wins, we'll go halvesies, right? Because we're increasing our chance of winning. That's a really bad move financially for you, because both tickets are almost surely not going to give you anything. And so why would you give away half of your winnings on almost zero of a chance extra of getting something? So if you apply that to the dating scenario, there are roughly 8 billion people on Earth. 4 billion of them are men, 4 billion of them are women. So if they're only dating one other type of gender or sex, however you want to look at it, you have a 1 in 4 billion chance of that. That's a 1 in 4 billion thing. If you add in the other gender, that's 1 in 8 billion. The difference is actually minuscule in terms of your odds.
Yes.
Right? There's already 4 billion people that can fuck around with. What is another 4 billion going to do to that? Nothing. It's going to do nothing.
I like those that math there, those statistics.
Yeah.
But
should have studied that instead of humanities.
That's how I feel. It's just, well, like we're at Diane and I are at a point where it's just like we go out and then we're like, hey, that girl's attractive. And then, I mean, sometimes we act on it. Other times we just feel that it's just exactly that. It's like that person's attractive. And so, and sometimes Diane will say like, hey, that guy is attractive. And I'm like, yep, I agree that he's a muscular man, or he has that chiseled jaw that you're interested in. He looks like the Superman, Henry Cavill. I agree with that. And then, but you know what? She doesn't act on it. She's not going to like, fuck you, Chet. I'm going to go sleep with this guy, because that's cheating. You know, that's just how it is. You're in a committed relationship. You're with a partner, and you commit to that person. No matter if it's a male or a female, you pledge your life and your heart and your allegiance. Well, I don't know, allegiance.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of stuff.
Because of your committed relationship, yes.
But
yes.
anyways, but yeah. So But yeah, does that make any sense, my friend? There.
Well, yeah, but I like say this relationship goes somewhere, and say we get married, and
Well, we're married,
so for all intents and purposes, she's a heterosexual woman at that point, isn't she?
No,
We're married, committed till death.
Well, she still can be attracted to females. So.
You can't change someone's biological attraction. Like no matter, you can't pray away the gay or pray away the bi. You can't do conversion therapy. People are attracted to who they're attracted to. So if
I want to know why you're only concerned that she's going to be attracted to other women. Why aren't you concerned that she's going to be attracted to other men?
Yeah, that's also a good concern there.
Well, it wasn't before, but now that you say that, and the whole odds thing, now I guess I just have to trust this person. Yeah, it's hard to do after you have a bad breakup and a divorce and stuff. But this is the one time I thought, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to trust another person here.
Yeah, no, I understand. Did you?
This person's just different than anyone I've ever dated before, I suppose. Which I guess is good because the last time didn't work out.
That's right. Yeah.
Are you saying that your spouse, your ex-spouse, did she cheat on you? There's some trust issues going on there? Because that happens if you have a partner who cheats on you, it's really difficult to find another partner that will not. It's hard to trust somebody else after you've been cheated on, is what I'm trying to say. So.
Yeah. I mean that my divorce was messy, and I was hurt, and I had been cheated on, and it's been a while since I even started dating before, and a lot of the dates didn't work out before I met my current girlfriend, and maybe that's why I'm just so anxious about everything.
Yeah, I would say just go with it. And I mean, are you interested in the whole threesome thing? Or, I don't know.
That's really pushing.
No, I'm not saying that. Not everybody's interested in that. I enjoy it. I feel like Wells would enjoy it. I don't know if Dick has ever had a threesome with other two guys that were sides.
I've only had the notion of a threesome break up friendships. That was it.
So you were friends with two guys, and then all of a sudden things got started going sideways, and literally sideways, and then they just didn't work. Yeah, and I understand. But yeah,
I mean, I'm a little older, and once divorced, I'm not looking to on my oats, I guess. Again, I've had some fun, but I'm just looking to live a happy life at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean...
something you want to communicate with her and see what you guys are both open and okay with.
Yeah, if she is committed to you, she's committed to you. And, it's just like any other male, or you know what? I'm with this man, and I don't want to be with these other men. Now you just have another type of another card into your hand. So she's like, well, I've committed to this man, so I'm not going to be into this other man, and I'm not going to be into this other woman unless you're okay with that. Sometimes some bisexual females or vulva owners, they decide that, you know what, I still need to have I need to get that sexual satisfaction from a woman or another vulva owner, and then they can the woman can then go ahead and say that, would you be okay if we bring this other woman into the relationship? And that is your call. If that's something that you're into, then I would highly recommend it because I enjoy it when Diane does that, but everyone's different. Yeah, it's not all the time, like every once in a while, but as we mainly have a whole lot of sex on her own. She looks really great as Marilyn Monroe right now, and we're probably going to have sex after the show, but no promises because that's just how things are. But
safe, sane, consensual.
It's what it is. But what are you doing there, my friend? How do you feel about that?
Well, I'll tell you what. I am not a guy who likes all this woke stuff.
I get it.
I'm kind of old-fashioned. But I'll tell you what. When you said I have to look at it as if she is saying I'm committed to this one man and I'm not interested in other men, if you change both those words to person, I'm interested in this person, and I'm not interested in going out with other persons. I think that's a little bit easier for me to grasp now.
Totally what it is. So it's not gay, straight, or bi. It's just, are you into this other person? I totally agree with that. We got a comment coming from Kyle Vin, the CV. Just remember the golden rule. It ain't gay if it's in a three-way with a honey in the middle. There's some leeway. Sure. Yeah.
Rhymes, so it must be true.
It is.
Right.
It's great.
But that's. I mean, ultimately, that is very clever and stuff. But I think I'm just going to concentrate on the one relationship right now.
Good. Very much so. So, well,
also
I hope...
try some honey. That might be a good idea.
Raw honey, yeah.
It's good for you.
I hope we steered you in the right direction. You can take it from another man who's with a bisexual woman. It is possible. You just got to communicate, and even if she's like not super open, just know that, instead of just her being committed to I'm going to backtrack a little bit. She loves you. If she's into you, she's into you, and then that's all you got to worry about. So it's not a huge it's nothing to be worried about is what I'm trying to say. So
well, thank you, Chet. And I got to say I was worried, or I thought that this was going to be a very sexual conversation. It turned out to be more just about the relationship, and I'm kind of relieved to look at it that way.
Yeah,
so
that's what we do.
For your help.
We're sexual and relationship health, unlicensed therapists, here to help you out. So if you want to talk about sex, I suggest you call back in because we will love to have you back and see how things are going. But please have a good night, and please keep it safe, sane, and consensual.
Thank you. Good night.
So I really enjoy that comment. I will keep that in my head. With a honey in the middle, there's just remember the golden rule. If it ain't gay, it's in the three-way with a honey in the middle. There's some leeway. So I guess he's more discussing about a golden triangle. If
golden triangle?
Guys, not a golden triangle.
Devil's triangle?
Devil's triangle.
Golden triangle.
Golden triangle is a ratio.
Oh yes, that is right. It's like a 4-3 like a 4-4-3 triangle or whatever.
Yeah.
But
angles and things like that.
Yeah, angles and trigonometry and whatnot. Wells, have you had a three-way before?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh, good for you, man.
Yeah. Had a few of them.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Well, when we have our podcasting producer conventions, things can get a little crazy.
You get nuts. Literally nuts.
Yeah, because you actually got to see, like, you're in person. It's not just...
Yeah.
Not like this whole, we're in separate areas. Soon, we're currently building a new studio. This is our location right now, but hopefully... soon we will all be joined together in a new place that we're building right now. But anyways, we'll go ahead and end the show now. We will be, for next show in 2 weeks, we're going to have a very special, it's an orgasmic, what did she call herself? An orgasmic astronaut? No,
I think it was something something like that.
Susan Bratton. She is a huge expert on pleasuring and sexuality, making other people orgasm. And we actually had a conversation with her, an interview with her last week that we thought we were going to go ahead and put into like 2 or 3 different segments. But you know what? It's just going to be a great segment that we're going to put in one show. And that's going to be the next show. So please tune into that. Where it's going to be streaming live on Twitch in 2 weeks. But for right now, thank you very much, everybody. Have a safe and sane and consensual night. Thank you, Wells and Dick. We're out. Have a good night.